Nancy Drew and the Haunting of Castle Malloy. Now, there are a total of 33 games in this series, so we wanted to start in the most logical place at the 19th installment.
Number 19.
Synopsis time. Touted as the most romantic event to ever grace the ruined halls of Ireland's Castle Malloy, the Simmons-Mallory wedding was supposed to be a fairy tale beginning, but now the groom is missing.
Where'd he go?
Did a banshee crash the wedding, or is this a case of cold feet? Can you, as Nancy Drew, unravel the knot of scattered clues and scary superstitions? You'll to catch more than a bridal bouquet to make this a happily ever after. Dare to play, why not? This is what I like to see. A little bit of the,
horizontal split Venetian white.
That's it. Wow, you can tell he's one of the editors. So we play as Nancy Drew.
Shocker.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew.
She opens her diary, and in her diary is her current assignment. Who is this middle-aged woman? Kyla Mallory. Now, she asked Nancy to arrive several days early to help her with reparations. Apparently, the castle, which is the venue for the wedding, is in need of some repairs. And Nancy has also been invited to be the maid of honor at that wedding. Ooh! And at the bottom of her diary it says, whenever the question is, who wants to go on an adventure, my answer is always is me, Nancy Drew, yay!
How could I say no?
So, Nancy heads off to Ireland. Diddly, 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 diddly. Wait, hold on. What does this mean?
It's your difficulty.
We're going senior detective, right?
Most definitely.
Alright, so she flies
To Dublin.
Now, she's driving to the castle. She can drive?
Yeah, with no hands too. What do you mean?
And she's having a chat with her boyfriend. What the? She's not supposed to have a boyfriend? Anyway, his name's Ned.
Yes, Ned, I'm talking on my cell phone while I'm driving, but it's okay. There's absolutely no traffic.
Take care, Nancy.
What the f*** was that? Okay, this wasn't us with the dumb edits. This actually happens in the game. Was it a ghost? Was it an alien? Let's see. We'll use the slow-mo. Sure looks like a ghost to me. So, Nancy abruptly pulls into a ditch. She gets out, and there is eerie wailing. So she wanders around, and she's really close to the gates of the castle anyway, so she wanders over to the gates. What is this on the ground? She finds a small doll in front of the gate. Very spooky, very mysterious. What's going on here? That's what I want to know. Then this fucking sheep thing happens. So, Nancy walks up to the front door. Oh shit, that's kind of spooky. Look at that hand.
Oh,
The wedding's been cancelled. Go away.
Please, old man, let me speak with Kyla.
Going back to where you come from.
no, wait, please. My car's in the ditch by the gate.
I will not let you speak with Kyla. Instead, you can go down to the inn down the road.
Walk down the road to the inn then. Give me your keys and I'll see to your car in the morning.
But she can't even do that because...
I left the keys in the car. Can I at least talk to Kyler? No, wait, I came all the way from the States.
You cannot stay here. Go to the inn, I said. Now off with you.
Who does the voice of Nancy Drew?
Nancy Drew is voiced by Lainey Manella. She's a pretty famous voice actor. She's worked in many games. She was the Sea Emperor from Subnautica.
Are you here to play?
Wow, she's done a lot of stuff.
My personal favorite is her work in The Last of Us, where she was the zombies.
Was she really?
Yeah.
We just can't get these zombie noises right. Get Lanny in here. She busts in. Oh, that's perfect, Lanny. You got it in one. Okay, so she's Colette Green from Half-Life. This is the same lady who does the voice for the Night Mother in Skyrim.
I will speak to you, for you are the one.
So, Nancy is thoroughly rejected. She walks around the side of the house and she begins trying to destroy all the windows in retribution.
What the fuck was that?
Hello. Kyla sees her doing this and signals to her to knock on the door again.
Deaf are you now? I told you cannot be staying here.
No, what are you doing? That's Nancy Drew, my maid of honor. Let her in.
Thank you. Donald has let us into the building. But there's another problem.
The problem is that Kyla's lovely fiancé, Matt, has gone missing.
Matt's disappeared? How can somebody you came all the way out here with to marry just disappear?
But Kyla, she thinks it's all just a prank. He's been knowing for doing this sort of stuff.
A prank?
A prank.
Disappearing a few days before your wedding as though you've got cold feet or you're dead. That is a pretty funny prank. That's a good one, Jeff.
Anyway, she also tells us that this old man is called Donnell, and he hates the Brits.
Oh.
Kyla's fiancé is British.
Wait, why does he hate the British? He is British. He's Irish.
They're different.
Oh. I wouldn't know. I'm from America, you see.
Kyla says she can still hear Matt, as if he's teasing her.
What does she mean by hear him?
Like through the walls, sort of thing. Like she could sort of hear like a ghostly Matt.
So he's locked in a room somewhere.
She tells Nancy that she should find Matt, as it will teach him the lesson he sorely needs. Nancy should start by investigating the nursery, because that's where Matt was staying until he disappeared.
So Donald really likes Kyla, and that is only because he considers her to be Irish, because she is directly related to the man who used to own this castle. Just put my Zuck face on her face, right? The thing about my British fiancé is Donald detests him. And then Nancy says, aha, check out this doll. Where did he touch her? Point to her on the doll.
Hey, that doll looks like my fiancé, Matt.
The doll looks like your fiancé, Matt.
Yep.
Right. Kyla says that when she realized that Matt was missing, Donald thought he had been kidnapped by fairies. But Kyla says, I don't believe in all that stuff. I deduce that there are no fairies. Here's what you would do. You wouldn't look for Matt. You would help with the repairs. And then hopefully Matt turns up.
Yo! Pranked me!
Now, Nancy decides, I'll smell you later, and she heads down the hall into the nursery, which was the last place that Matt was seen before he disappeared. When she gets into the nursery, she finds some broken glasses in the fireplace. So she takes them back to Kyla and goes, hey, I just found your glasses. But Kyla goes, those aren't my glasses. Those are Matt's glasses that he wears on his face for reading.
Oh, God.
And that is also very strange. Without those glasses, Matt can't see even like 2 feet in front of him. And Nancy says, he's obviously got spares, right? And Kyla says, yeah, no, I think so. Oh, okay then. Well, maybe it's still part of the prank. Both agree. Epic. Nancy then says, hey, where do you think Matt's luggage is? And Kylie says, it was in the nursery last night. And Nancy furls her eyebrows and she goes, maybe Donald moved it. Yeah. Can you print this wedding schedule for me? Can't you see I'm busy sitting in a chair? So Nancy goes and does it. So she finishes printing the wedding schedule, and then she notices that the best man is a guy named Alan Payne. Then she goes and speaks to a man with a black eye, and he's just sort of hanging out there. Jeff, what's the story there?
Well, he says his name is Kit Foley, and he's Matt's best friend. Also, ignore the black eye, I walked into a door.
Ooh, this guy seems like a very suspicious character. I reckon they got into a fight because Kit Foley loves Kyla, and then they got into a fight, and then that's why the glasses got smashed. And then he killed Matt and buried the body in the walls. And so it is a real ghost.
You've got some of it right and some of it wrong.
Perfect.
He says, Matt isn't playing a practical joke, he just got cold feet.
What the fuck?
Nancy asks, why aren't you the best man if you're his best friend?
Yeah, good question, Nancy. Yeah, ask him again.
Well, Kit reckons that Matt felt like it would be a good move for him politically if he asked a guy he knew from work, Alan Payne. So I said, all good, man, don't worry about it, I totally understand. Matt also took his bags with him when he left. That's why they're not here, nothing sus. Nancy asks, what are you up to at the moment, Kit? I'm just working on some preliminary sketches for the real estate development company I work for.
Well, that sounds very fancy. Nancy, you should hook up with him.
No, I'm gonna go outside.
Oh, okay. So Nancy goes outside. And then, what is that?
Ooh, it's strange lights coming from the tower. This castle has a tower that has strange lights coming from it. Whatever, I'm going to the inn. Here, I will find Donnell.
So, she finds Donald, and Nancy starts asking the hard questions. Tell me what you know, Donald.
I believe in fairies, and I think they took Matt. Matt is in the fairy world now. Potatoes.
Yeah? What else? Tell me more. Well, you see, the fairies, they caused an explosion at that castle. That's why it needs those repairs. And that explosion, it killed the original residents of the castle. They were a mad scientist, his wife, and his daughter. And what that mad scientist was working on is a mystery. Donald also says, they've got plans for you as well, Nancy. Watch out for the fairies. By the way, remember that thing with your car and how you left the keys in there? Well, I tried to pop back there, grab the keys from your car and all that, and I was gonna, give it a roadworthy certificate, blow into the tires, make a funny sound. But when I got there, no keys, right? Someone has already taken them, you wouldn't believe it. What?
Where are my keys?
To be sure, potato, the fairies must have taken them keys, Nancy, don't you see? And Nancy says,
God, I wish this video was sponsored.
well, Nancy, you're in luck. It's me, the sponsor sock.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Insanity is using public Wi-Fi without a VPN, am I right, fellas? Remember when VPNs used to look like this? Now it's as simple as an app. Plug and play.
Give me a number 9, just like his. Let me get a number 6 with extra dip.
I'll have a 2-year plan, please, with a free bonus month. Wow, Dead Space 2 guy. That looks like a bad time. Hey, have you heard about Nord's new threat protection? It's a great new layer of security. If I can use an analogy, threat protection is much like going inside of a shoe.
It's an extra layer of protection.
It's a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. It's time to stop living dangerously. And remember, no public Wi-Fi without using a VPN. Go to nordvpn.com/storymode to get a huge deal on a 2-year plan, plus a free bonus month.
And Nancy says, do you know what a banshee is?
Yeah, it's that vehicle from Halo, right?
But it is also a woman, potato. She makes an airy wail when someone is about to die. Ooh, it gets kind of more tense in the room, like it's kind of, ooh. Now, Nancy tells Donald, by the way, that's exactly what I heard, right before the car crash. And Donald's like, oh my god, it must have been the banshee. And she's like nodding her head up and down, like a dog who really wants a treat. Okay, well that's awesome. I'm gonna leave.
She goes back to the castle. She asks Kyla about Alan. Hey, what's the deal with Kit not being the best man, but is the best friend, and Alan being the best man, but not the best friend? What's up with that? He's also not here anymore, so why isn't he here? Kyla says he left after Matt went missing. He said, Matt, that guy's a prankster. I'm not gonna be pranked, and I can't be pranked if I'm not here.
So he didn't want to be the butt of the joke.
Correct.
Okay.
But he will return when Matt comes back. As you can even ask him about it, here's his phone number. Give him a ring, Nancy. So Nancy goes back to the inn and uses the payphone to call Alan. Ring, ring. Hello, it's me, Alan. I'm just going to reiterate that I left because I didn't want to be the butt of a practical joke. Also, Matt and Kit got into an argument the night before Matt disappeared.
Ooh.
I think that's where Kit got his black eye.
Oh my god.
And when I woke up the next morning, Matt and Kyla also had an argument, although no black eyes came out of that one. Anyway, I'm a busy businessman, so I have to go.
Well, this has given me a lot to think about, says Nancy.
Oh, Jeff, sorry you have to go.
To replace him, it's Her Majesty Elizabeth II.
Hello, dear.
Is the least convincing attempt anyone has ever made at the Queen. It's perfect. Nancy goes and she speaks with Kit. And Kit says, no. Payne has totally misunderstood what's going on. Matt and we would never fight. Nothing is wrong. Don't worry, you can trust me. Besides, I am far too busy with all the seating arrangements to talk right now. I can't do 2 things at once. Look how heavy this chair is. How about I help you lift the chairs around the room? That sounds excellent. She does that. Then Kit gives Nancy a book that he found on Matt's floor. He is unsure of what it is because he cannot read. Inside the book is a poem, It's Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. The span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman. That's me. Actually, the poem says,
roses are red, violets are blue, turn the garden gnomes in a certain way and good will happen to you.
You've been gnomed. Solving that puzzle, we open a small gate, and inside is a shitload more puzzles. Puzzle time! She goes in, and then she gets a thing, and it's green and blue and red, and also a coin. Then she heads back to the nursery. Then she puts the crystals and stone on the wall, and when she does that, opens a fireplace. And she heads into the fireplace and finds a piece of paper, and that looks like a code. She exits the fireplace, and then... a banshee.
Oh!
It howls and then it leaves. This upsets Kyla, and she pleads with Nancy, oh please, you gotta find out what the hell is going on and why my wedding will be ruined. Nancy goes, alright, I'll do it, but only because we're such good friends and you've been brought up in the series so often till date. So Nancy goes and speaks with Kit, and Kit says, oh, alright, you pulled it out of me. I'll tell you everything. You see, me and Kyla, we used to date.
Dun dun dun.
For a while, at least, until we figured out that we were better as friends.
Friend-zoned.
And the conversation that I had with Matt was about marrying Kyla. And I struck too many nerves, and I criticized her sexual performance, and he stormed off. I feel so guilty. Nancy is, you know, very, very sensitive about it all. So she heads to a nearby lake. And then puzzle time. She uses a code from behind the fireplace, and it's got pebbles to a navigation, and... what the fuck? It's a jetpack. Although it doesn't work. And then puzzle time again. She uses the magnifying glass, finds some clues, that opens a secret apartment in a farmhouse, and then a small room. Either of them. So she goes and speaks with Donald. And what does Donald say?
Ah, Nancy, I found this book of old ruins. You take it.
Why is everyone giving me books? Nancy can't really figure anything out at this stage. So she wanders around and she finds a sketch of the property. And the sketch implies that something is going to be developed here on the property. So maybe they're going to tear down the castle, try to build a big set of townhouses or something on it. And she also notices, wait, this sketch belongs to Kit. I'm gonna interrogate him harshly. And so she confronts Kit aggressively. What do you know? And Kit says,
it's just a sketch of the property, just an exercise. It's nothing serious. I love drawing. Here's one of you, Nancy.
Wow, this is great, Kit. Thank you, yeah.
Don't leave! No, I got a DeviantArt page.
Well, I'll go ask Kyla about it then. What do you know? And Kyla says,
I don't know what that is. I can't draw, and I know Matt can't draw. He can't even see because he doesn't have his glasses. They're broken. Remember the glasses? The broken glasses you found earlier? Remember those? I don't even have hands.
Alright, Kyla. That seems to check out. For now, I've got more witnesses to interrogate. I'll see you later, Kyla.
Before you go, could you please pick some special flowers and herbs for my bouquet?
Of course.
So Nancy goes gallivanting around the garden, picking all the herbs. She goes back to Kyla, and just as she's about to open the door, she can hear Kyla and Kit having an argument inside. Now, normally it sounds like this and you can't hear nothing.
That it isn't over between us?
But, through the magic of editing audio cleanup...
What'd you tell him, Kit? That I still had feelings for you? That it isn't over between us? It is most definitely over.
I knew it, because I own Facebook, and it said complicated. You know what? It would be wrong for me to listen into a private conversation between these two. I'm gonna go search through Kit's luggage. She goes rummaging around, and she finds Matt's stuff. What? Kit must know something. So she waits in the dark for Kit to return. As soon as he walks through the door, she lights her pipe. I've been waiting for you, Kit, if that is your real name.
My secrets!
You tell me everything you know about this luggage. Did you kill him?
Oh, Matt's luggage. That must mean he's still here. He fooled us.
I don't believe you, Kit. I think you killed him. Is it true that you got feelings for Kyla?
I do have feelings for Kyla, but I don't know what to do about those feelings. I wouldn't kill Matt, I swear.
So it appears that he's got the hots for Kyla after all, but he doesn't know what to do about all of his feelings. Scene transition. Nancy then goes and gives the flowers to Kyla. Here you go. Sorry, all the bits fell off the dandelions. Now it's just green sticks. Also, let me ask you about some luggage. Kyla recoils in horror.
Oh, you found Matt's luggage. That's good. That must mean he's playing a joke on us.
Nancy stares back incredulously. I'm gonna go talk to Donald. Hey Donald, what do you know about the bags?
Ah, yeah, I moved them.
Are you serious? That was it? It was just Donald moving him around? Tell me more, Donald. Why'd you move those bags?
Well, I'm super passive-aggressive, and I didn't want him staying in the nursery, so I thought if I just moved his bags, he would leave.
That's perfect logic, Donald. And it's a beautiful Irish accent, Your Majesty.
Here's a key. Get out of here and do another puzzle.
So, for no reason at all, she has to go round up some sheep for Donald. And she does. And then she shares a sheep for Donald as well. And so that they can make some wool, and that's for another puzzle. And then she finds a stone ruin, and then she heads back to the cabin of the swamp. And then she fills a doll with the sheep's wool, and then takes back the doll back to the cabin. And then she finds puzzles, solve it, and then and all of a sudden, that jetpack that wasn't working before is working now.
Oh my gosh, I'm flying! Woohoo!
I'm confident with this, says Nancy, and then she flies to the top of the tower.
Why didn't she just take the stairs?
Construction.
Construction.
Yes, no, they've thought of everything. So, she's at the top of the tower now, and she's loving it. It's great, great view. Oh no, but there's a desk, and it's locked. Nancy can't stand things that are locked, or mysterious, or don't have an answer, so she leaves the top of the tower. She just jump down. The script just says leaves. Now, she's trying to find the code in the house, right, to this locked desk. So she walks around, and then she comes back, and as she comes back, the Banshee is leaving the top of the tower. Aha! I'm not bothered by that, says Nancy, and she goes and she opens the desk. Look at that, it's a doll and it resembles me.
Dun dun dun!
Attached to the doll is also a key. Also, there's a book explaining the jetpack. Well, like a manual. No, okay, it explains the origins of the jetpack. Interesting. The jetpack belonged to the daughter of the scientist who blew up the castle. Nancy goes, ah, right. She heads back to the cabin in the swamp and unlocks a box using the key from the tower. And inside the box is a birthday card. It's for Fiona on her 6th birthday. Who the fuck is Fiona?
Fiona's the daughter of the mad scientist.
Suddenly, Nancy hears a screech and turns around. It's the Banshee. Holy fuck. That's actually pretty good. Look out, Nancy.
Listen, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be in here. This is your home, isn't it? My name's Nancy Drew, and you're Fiona, right?
Okay, I'm gonna vote real ghost. You're with old...
I'm with old woman on a jetpack.
So Nancy says, put your jetpack down, Fiona. Let's talk. Mano a mano. Fiona pushes Nancy into a trap.
Oh no.
And she dies? Oh, okay, there's a hole. She's walking through the hole from Silent Hill 4. And then... okay, it's like a underground science lab thing. Flip the switch, Nancy.
No, don't touch that. No!
It's Matt. Oh my god, he's alive, everyone. Are you relieved?
Yeah.
I'm relieved.
How did he see that without his glasses, though? Like, how could he tell what's going on?
Yeah, also it was in the dark.
He's a poser.
Now, Matt has been sealed behind a door with a glass window. Matt, tell me about the mystery. Tell me what's happening with you and Kyla and Kit. Ooh. So Matt says, you know what, Nancy, it's true. Kit loves Kyla and maybe Kyla loves Kit as well. I was all out of ideas until I hatched my greatest scheme to date. I'd go out to the nursery and I'd start making spooky ghost noises. And then they'd be so scared that they'd fall out of love. But then all of a sudden...
a crow came through the window and tried to peck out my eyes. But next thing I knew, I was falling through a hole. I started feeling around for a way out. But instead, I accidentally pressed a button.
And then my belt button broke. And I don't know what was happening. Someone must have left this on the monitor before me. No, it's a virus.
I was trying to delete the virus, but my pants are falling down.
Seriously? And then a siren went off, and the door above me slid shut. Also, I gotta tell you something. I love pranking. I love it so much that me and Kit were gonna do a whole nother prank on Donald. And while doing that, a branch snapped. And that's what whacked Kit in the eye. Anyway, so that explains the red herring black eye thing. No, he didn't kill me. The writers were just letting you think that.
Matt also explains that he made Alan Payne his best man, not because of politics, but because while Kit was his best friend, he didn't want him to be his best man while he still had feelings for Kyla.
That Matt.
So thoughtful.
You know, he pranks, but he cares. So, Nancy then goes off and tries to find a way out. And in doing that, it causes the mad scientist's rocket to be fired. Of course, when that happens, all of the doors open. Matt! I'm so glad to see you again. Me as well. Oh, I love you so much.
I love you more, Kyla. Let's get married.
I do. Not now. Later. It transitions to the wedding. Da, 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 da. All of a sudden, Kit meets a beautiful young woman who caters the reception. Oh, look, Fiona and Donald. Alright, here's some exposition. Apparently, after the explosion that killed her family, Fiona was taken in by an old hermit who lived in the swamp. This didn't do wonders for her mental health or her emotional development. So Donald takes her into police custody. There you go. Throw the book at her, Chief. And hopefully she'll get some treatment, and one day she will have a productive and healthy life. Nancy Drew returns to America, and she couldn't get the jetpack through customs.
Get on the ground. Airport security dogpiling her.
The end. Alright, questions. What do you think?
Did Fiona have a jetpack? Is that how she was flying?
Yes.
So she shot a rocket. Did she like basically just nuke the town, or?
That's a good point. Where's the rocket going? Scene transition! You can't leave that! Also, did I get my car back?
Yeah, where'd the keys go?
She paid for the trip over there. She paid for a rental car. She wrecked the rental car. Someone stole the keys. She then spent the next few days running errands. And then, thanks very much, smell you later, back to America. You know what? I liked this. I thought when we started this, I would be able to guess exactly what happened 5 minutes in. And while there were some parts, like for example, I didn't think they'd murdered Matt and buried him in the walls. I didn't think that there would really be a spooky ghost. But, you know, we hadn't predicted all of it. Now, some of the reviews. Despite being an engaging game, the sheer frustration that these puzzles made me feel is not something I would wish on anyone. There was also too much running back and forth. If you're playing Nancy Drew games and want spooky, the other titles are better.
Not good enough. Didn't try hard enough. They weren't hard puzzles. We figured them out.
Did you know the creative director was Tim Burke? Now, Tim Burke is also known for a lot of other Nancy Drew games. He's also the writer for a Nancy Drew game. No, wait, he did the camera and electrical...
Camera electrical.
Hold on a minute. This man loves Nancy Drew. Oh, okay, this goes to external sites. Games for hell yeah, I want to see what they say. It got an 11 out of 8, boys. Hell yeah, I do recommend. All right.
Fun factor, love Nancy, wish it were better. Game boomers.
Game boomers. What do the old people think? Oh, I don't know. I couldn't get it working on my computer. I called my grandson, but he was busy. You're going, are you, Your Majesty?
I'm out of here.
All right, that's it. End of fucking mystery. You got it. Bye.